Q, my question to you is, where is your panic meter for the Ravens at this point in the season? Out of 10.
Uh, Based on what the expectations would be, my panic meter is definitely at like a 9.5. We lost Matabuke for the year. Rokon Swift went down. Marlon Humphrey went down. Those two haven't been having like the greatest of seasons, so it's not like they're still good like players on the team. Calvin Van Noy still hasn't came back yet. A lot of injuries piling up on the defense, even though the defense is bad anyway. Uh, Offensive struggles due to Derrick Henry not having like the greatest of season. Outside of week one, he's been pretty pedestrian between himself and like play calling situations. Lamar just went out with a hamstring injury. Whether he's going to play or not next week doesn't I don't know yet. But yeah, things are not really looking good. They're like 2.5 games back in the division. Still think they're going to make the playoffs. Have possibly still win the division. I mean, but in terms of winning the Super Bowl, it's a very steep climb unless like massive changes are made. And I don't think the Ravens are going to swing to make big sweeping like type moves like that in the middle of the season. I just don't see it happening. So they're going to make the playoffs, but we're trying to win the Super Bowl, and I just don't think that's going to happen this year based on what's been going on.
I think I was completely wrong about the Ravens. After that game against the Bills in week one, I thought they were still the best team in the AFC. I was actually impressed with the performance. They did obviously lose a game after that Derrick Henry fumble, and then they weren't able to convert on that Lamar drive, and then Josh won the game. But I was still pretty confident in them after week one, um, because I thought their offense looked amazing, and I feel like their defense would continue to grow throughout the year. And just based on the personnel that they had, the names on the back of the jerseys, I thought their defense would be better than what it was last year. I thought it could take some time because they were relying on some rookies to have some production like Malachi Starks and Mike Green, but Mike Green hasn't been good this year. Malachi Starks, I think, from what I watched, has been solid, but the defense has been awful since week one. They have allowed 133 points this year. They're at the bottom of the league in EPA per play. It's just disastrous. They can't get to the passer. Their back end isn't good either. Um, it almost feels like they need a culture change for the Ravens, honestly. Like, I'm all for players having their own voice and being in media, but like Marlon Humphrey shouldn't be doing podcasts when they're losing games. Like that's almost a coaching thing. Like at some point you got to pull them in the office and be like, bro, you're not playing well. The team isn't playing well. Like maybe not do your podcast this week. Like that's like a level of culture that John Harbaugh has to build, and obviously he's built that over his time in the Ravens. But yeah, I think this team they have a coaching issue and they have a personnel issue as well. They're not giving Derrick Henry the ball enough. I think maybe because they feel like maybe they don't trust him after the fumbles through the first 3 weeks of the season. But giving him only 8 carries against the Chiefs is not great whatsoever. He should have got a lot more opportunities. They forced to throw way too much, and then they cannot stop the Chiefs whatsoever. I think they have good players on this defense. It's just not like manifesting in actual good defensive performance. The most important thing on defense is getting to the passer, and they cannot do that, and that is their biggest issue because once they do that, the run defense hasn't been great either. They allowed 118 yards to the Chiefs, to Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. Like the run defense isn't good. The pass defense is good. They can't get to the passer. It is a bad defense overall, and I think that was pretty much unexpected. I think coming into the year, a lot of people thought the defense was going to improve. When you sign Jair Alexander, you draft Mike Green, you draft Malachi Starks, you obviously have Calvin Noe and Matabuke. You got Roquan Smith, you got Cal Hamilton. Like those are names, bro. Those are like that. It's supposed to be much better than this. Like even if it was just an average defense, they would be in a much better place. And it's not like the Ravens are in a hole right now, and I think that like in terms of them actually winning the Super Bowl this year or getting to the Super Bowl, which I thought they could, that is pretty much dead right now. And I will be very shocked that they were able to turn it around. Because even with Lamar playing at the MVP level, he's going to have to go out there and go band for band with offenses every single week. And I don't know how long that hamstring is going to linger, but that could be very concerning considering their defense. I'm not even confident they're going to be the Texans, honestly, because the Texans defense is still elite. And at this point, anyone can score in their offense. We'll see, because the Texans are that bad offensively.